Thanesh, and today I'll be presenting my conference poster titled AI Recommendation System, Consumer Behavior and Strategic Marketing. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has fundamentally transformed the way organizations understand, predict, and influence consumer behavior. As a digital interaction generates unprecedented volumes of consumer data, firms are increasingly shifting from mass marketing towards highly personalized marketing strategies that are supported by artificial intelligence. Among these developments, AI driven recommendation systems have emerged as one of the most significant technological innovations because they enable organizations to convert consumer data into personalized recommendations that enhance customer experiences while improving marketing effectiveness. From a strategic marketing perspective, recommendation system represents more than a technological innovation. They reflect a broader transition towards data-driven decision making, where the competitive advantage is increasingly derived from an organization's ability to anticipate consumer needs rather than merely respond to them. Consequently, recommendation systems have become an integral component of digital marketing strategies because they influence how consumers search for information, evaluate alternatives, form purchase intention, and ultimately make consumption decisions. Despite their commercial success, the growing reliance on AI recommendation systems have also generated important academic and managerial debates. While proponents argue that AI enhances customer value through greater relevance, convenience, and personalizations, critics question its implication for consumer autonomy, algorithmic transparency, privacy, and ethical marketing practice. These competing perspectives suggest that the effectiveness of AI recommendation systems cannot be evaluated solely through technological performance. Rather, they must also be understood through established consumer behavior theories that explain how consumers perceive, evaluate, and respond to personalized marketing interventions. Therefore, this presentation critically examines AI-driven recommendation system as a contemporary marketing technology. Drawing upon consumer behavior theory and current industry practices, the presentation analyzes how recommendation system influence consumer decision making, evaluates their strategic implication for organization, and discuss the opportunities and ethical challenges associated with the AI-enabled personalization. Having established the significance of artificial intelligence in contemporary marketing, it is important to examine why AI-driven recommendation systems have emerged as one of the most influential technologies adopted by marketers. The growing adoption of AI recommendation system reflects a fundamental shift in marketing strategy from product-centric approaches towards customer-centric and data-driven decision-making. According to Kotler, Keller, and Chernev in 2022, contemporary marketing increasingly focuses on understanding individual customer needs and delivering superior customer value rather than relying on standardized mass marketing approaches. Rather than communicating identical marketing messages to broad consumer segments, organization increasingly utilizes artificial intelligence to deliver personalized experience tailored to individual consumer preferences. This transition has been driven by the rapid growth of digital commerce, the increasing availability of consumer data, and advances in machine learning that enable organizations to generate more accurate prediction of consumer preferences. Rather than focusing solely on collecting consumer data, organizations increasingly leverage AI recommendation system to generate strategic marketing insights that support customer relationship management and more effective decision making. By analyzing online browsing behavior, purchase history, search activities, and other digital interactions, AI identifies behavioral patterns that would be difficult to recognize through conventional marketing research. Chaffee and Alice Chadwick in 2022 argued that data-driven marketing enables organizations to improve targeting precision, optimize customer engagement, and deliver more relevant marketing communication. Consequently, AI recommendation systems have evolved from operational tools into strategic assets that enhance marketing effectiveness. The strategic importance of AI recommendation system can also be understood through the concept of relationship marketing. Rather than competing solely to acquire new customers, organization increasingly focuses on developing long-term customer relationships that generate sustained value. Personalized recommendations contribute to this objective by increasing the relevance of customer interaction and encouraging continuous engagement throughout the customer journey. As a result, recommendation systems strengthen customer retention, encourage repeat purchasing behavior, and increasing customer lifetime value, all of which are recognized as important indicators of long-term marketing performance. However, the increasing reliance on AI recommendation system also changes the role of marketers. Marketing decisions are no longer based solely on managerial judgment or historical market research. Instead, decision making increasingly incorporates predictive analytics that provide real-time insights into changing consumer preferences and behaviors. Huang and Rush in 2021 suggest that AI is transforming marketing by augmenting marketers' decision-making capabilities rather than simply automating routine tasks. This evolution demonstrates that AI has to become a strategic organizational capability rather than merely a technological tool. Therefore, AI recommendation systems should be viewed as a strategic marketing technology because they enable organizations to strengthen customer relationships, enhance marketing decision making, and support sustainable organizational performance within increasingly dynamic digital markets. Having established why AI recommendation systems have become a strategic marketing technology, it is equally important to understand how these systems enable personalized marketing. Unlike traditional marketing approaches that rely on standardized promotional messages, AI recommendation systems continuously analyze consumer interaction across multiple digital touchpoints. Every online activity, including product searches, browsing behavior, purchase history, click patterns, product ratings, and engagement with digital content, generate behavioral data that reflects consumers' preference and purchase interests. Rather than viewing this interaction as isolated events, AI integrates them to develop a dynamic understanding of individual consumer behavior. According to Denver, Guha, and Gruwal and Prescott in 2020, AI enables organizations to process large volume of consumer data in real time, allowing marketers to better understand customer needs and deliver more relevant marketing experiences. The collected data are subsequently processed using machine learning techniques that identify recurring behavior patterns and predict future consumer preferences. As consumers continue interacting with digital platforms, the recommendation model continuously updates itself by incorporating new behavioral information. Consequently, personalization becomes an ongoing process rather than one-time marketing activity, allowing recommendation to evolve alongside changes in consumer preferences. Huang and Russ in 2021 argued that one of AI's greatest strengths is its ability to continuously learn from consumer interactions, enabling organizations to improve the accuracy of marketing decisions over time. From a marketing perspective, the value of this process lies not in the technology itself but its ability to improve decision making. AI-generated insights enable marketers to deliver relevant products, services, and promotional content at the appropriate stage of the consumer decision-making process. This reduces information overload, enhances message relevance, and increases the likelihood that consumers will engage with marketing communication aligned with their needs and interests. Wedel and Kannan in 2016 suggest that the data-driven personalization enhances marketing effectiveness by improving the relevance and timing of marketing communications, thereby creating greater value for both organizations and consumers. Furthermore, AI recommendation systems establish a continuous feedback mechanism between consumers and organizations. Every consumer response, whether a product is viewed, ignored, purchased, or reviewed, provides additional behavioral information that further refines future recommendations. This iterative learning process enables organizations to continuously improve customer experiences while strengthening long-term customer relationships through increasingly accurate personalization. Therefore, AI recommendation systems should be understood not merely as predictive technology but as strategic marketing capabilities that transform behavioral data into meaningful customer insight and highly relevant marketing actions. This process provides the foundation for understanding why AI recommendation systems influence consumer attitudes, purchase intentions, and decision making, which will be examined through established consumer behavior theories in the following section. AI recommendation system enable personalized marketing. The next question is why these systems are so effective in influencing consumer behavior. While technological capabilities is an important factor, consumer responses are ultimately shaped by psychological and behavioral processes. Therefore, established consumer behaviors theories provide a more comprehensive explanation of how AI-driven personalization influences consumers' attitudes, decision-making, and purchasing behavior. The first theoretical perspective is Technology Acceptance Model (TAM), proposed by Davis in 1989. TAM suggests that an individual's intention to adapt and continue using a technology is primarily determined by two factors: perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use. Within the context of AI recommendation system, perceived usefulness refers to the extent to which consumers believe that the personalized recommendation improve their shopping or browsing experience. For example, when consumers receive relevant product suggestions that reduce search effort and help them identify products that meet their preferences, they are more likely to perceive the technology as valuable. Equally important is perceived ease of use. AI recommendation systems simplify the consumer decision-making process by presenting curated recommendations rather than requiring consumers to evaluate thousands of alternatives independently. As a result, consumers experience lower cognitive effort, increased convenience, and greater confidence during purchase decision. Recent research by Venkatesh, Tong, and Zhu in 2012 further supports this view by demonstrating that perceived usefulness and ease of use remain key determinants of technology adoption in digital environments. From a marketing perspective, this creates value because consumers who perceive a platform as useful and easy to use are more likely to remain engaged and make repeat purchases and develop long-term relationship with the organization. However, TAM also suggests that the technology adoption is conditional rather than guaranteed. If recommendations are inaccurate, repetitive, or perceived as intrusive, consumers may question the usefulness of the system and reduce their engagement with the platform. Consequently, marketers must recognize that the effectiveness of AI recommendation system depends not only on technological sophistication but also on consumers' perception of the quality and relevance of the recommendation provided. The second theoretical perspective is the consumer decision-making process proposed by Angel Blackwell and Minyard in 1995, which explains how consumers progress through the stages of need recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase and post-purchase evaluation. AI recommendation system influence each stage of this process in different ways. During the need of recognition stage, AI recommendation system can stimulate consumer demand by exposing individuals to products or services that they had no previous considered. This demonstrates that AI does not merely respond to existing customer needs but can actively shape new consumption desires through personalized exposure. During the information search stage, consumers are often confronted with an overwhelming amount of information. AI recommendation systems reduce this complexity by filtering products according to previous behavioral patterns and predicted preferences. While this improves decision efficiency, it also means that the consumers are increasingly dependent on the algorithmically selected information rather than the conducting comprehensive independent searches. The influence of AI becomes even more significant during the evaluation of the alternative stage. Rather than objectively comparing every available option, consumers are more likely to evaluate products that are already been prioritized by the recommendation algorithm. Consequently, AI indirectly shapes purchase preferences by influencing which alternatives receive consumers' attention. Following the purchase, recommendation system continue to influence behavior through personalized suggestion for complementary products, repeat purchases, and loyalty programs. This illustrates that the AI recommendation systems can support an ongoing consumer relationship rather than a single purchasing decision. Lemon and Verhoeven in 2016 argued that the organization should manage the entire customer journey rather than isolated transaction, making AI recommendation systems particularly valuable in sustaining post-purchase engagement and long-term customer relationships. The third theoretical perspective is perceived value theory, developed by Zetmal in 1988, which argues that the consumers evaluate products by comparing the benefits they receive with the cost or sacrifice they incur. AI recommendation system enhance functional value by improving shopping efficiency, reducing search time, and increasing recommendation relevance. At the same time, they generate emotional value by providing personalized experience that makes consumers feel recognized and understood by the organization. Nevertheless, perceived value extends beyond convenience. Consumers are increasingly aware that the personalization requires the collection and analysis of personal data. Consequently, the value generated by AI recommendation system depends on whether consumers believe that the benefits of personalization justify the disclosure of personal information. According to Kumar Rajan Venkatesan and Lesensky in 2019, organizations that consistently create superior customer value through personalized experience are more likely to strengthen customer satisfaction, trust, and long-term loyalty, and those relying solely on transactional marketing. The final theoretical perspective is privacy calculus theory, introduced by Cullinan and Armstrong in 1999, which provides a critical explanation for consumer response to AI-driven personalization. According to this theory, consumers continuously evaluate the trade-off between the benefits of sharing personal information and the potential risk associated with the privacy loss. Although personalized recommendations offer convenience, relevance, and improved shopping experience, consumers may simultaneously experience concern regarding data security, surveillance, and the ethical use of personal information. This balance between perceived benefits and the perceived risk has become increasingly important as AI technology becomes more sophisticated. Consumers who trust on organizations' data governance practices are generally more willing to accept personalized recommendation. Conversely, perception of excessive tracking, algorithmic manipulation, or inadequate transparency may reduce trust and negatively influence purchase intentions. Martin and Murphy in 2017 emphasized that transparent and data governance and responsible data management play a critical role in maintaining consumer trust within digital marketing environments. Therefore, successful implementation of AI recommendation system requires organizations not only to invest in advanced technology but also to establish ethical data management practices and transparent communication. Taken together, these theoretical perspectives demonstrate that the influence of AI recommendation system extends far beyond technological innovation. Their effectiveness depends on how consumers perceive usefulness, evaluate value, make purchasing decisions, and balance the benefits of personalization against privacy concerns. Consequently, understanding consumer behavior is essential for organizations seeking to maximize the strategic value of AI-driven recommendation systems. The next section will illustrate these theoretical concepts through real-world organizational practices and examine how leading digital platforms translate this principle into successful marketing strategies. Having established the theoretical foundations explaining why AI recommendation system influence consumer behavior, this section examines how leading digital organizations translate these principles into practical marketing strategies. The objective is not merely to describe the use of AI but to evaluate how recommendation systems create a competitive advantage by influencing consumer decision making and strengthening customer relationship. The first example is Amazon, which has developed one of the most sophisticated AI recommendation system with the global e-commerce industry. Amazon analyzes consumer browsing behavior, purchase history, product ratings, and search activities to generate personalized product recommendation. From a marketing perspective, this strategy aligns closely with the consumer decision-making process by simplifying the information search and evaluation stages. Rather than requiring consumers to navigate millions of products independently, Amazon presents highly relevant alternatives that reduce cognitive effort and encourage faster purchase decision. Furthermore, personalized cross-selling and upselling recommendation increase consumers' basket size while enhancing customer lifetime value. According to Weddell and Cannon in 2016, data-driven personalization enables organizations to improve customer relevance while simultaneously increasing marketing effectiveness and business performance. A second example is Netflix, where AI recommendation systems are designed to maximize user engagement rather than immediate product purchases. Netflix continuously analyzes viewing history, watch duration, genre preferences, and user interaction to personalize the content recommendation for individual subscribers. Through the perspective of the technology acceptance model, Netflix enhances both perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use by enabling users to discover relevant content quickly without extensive searching. As recommendation accuracy improves, users perceive greater value from their platform, increasing satisfaction, reducing subscription cancellation, and strengthening long-term customer retention. Huang and Russ 2021 argue that AI creates strategic value by enhancing customer experience through intelligent personalization, making Netflix an excellent example of AI supporting long-term customer engagement rather than simply increasing consumption. Within Southeast Asia, Shopee provides another example of AI-enabled personalized marketing. The platform integrates recommendation system with promotional campaigns, personalized vouchers, and dynamic product suggestions based on consumer shopping behavior. This strategy reflects the principle of perceived value theory because consumers perceive greater value when relevant recommendations are combined with personalized promotional incentive. However, Shopee also demonstrates that the excessive personalization may expose consumers to repetitive product categories, potentially limiting product discovery and increasing reliance on algorithmic selected information. Consequently, marketers must balance recommendation accuracy with recommendation diversity to sustain consumer engagement over time. This reflects the argument of Kumar et al. In 2019, who emphasized that long-term customer value depends on delivering meaningful and relevant experience rather than relying solely on frequent personalized interaction. Finally, TikTok represents one of the most influential examples of AI-driven personalization within social commerce. Its recommendation algorithm analyzes user engagement signals, including viewing duration, interaction, and content preferences, and scrolling behavior to deliver highly personalized content through the For You feed. Unlike unconventional digital advertising, TikTok integrates entertainment and commercial content within the same personalized experience, reducing the distinction between content consumption and purchasing behavior. From a consumer behavior perspective, this approach effectively stimulates need recognition by exposing users to products they were not actively searching for, thereby encouraging impulse purchasing and increasing purchase intention. Nevertheless, TikTok highly personalized environment also raises concern regarding algorithmic transparency, consumer autonomy, and data privacy. Martin and Murphy in 2017 argued that the maintaining consumer trust requires organizations to implement transparent data governance and responsible data management practices, particularly when extensive personal data are used to support personalized marketing strategies. Across these four organizations, a common strategic pattern emerges. AI recommendation systems are no longer implemented solely to improve operational efficiency. They have become strategic marketing capabilities that shape consumer experiences, strengthen customer relationship, and support sustainable organizational performance. Although each organization applies AI differently, their success ultimately depends on aligning technological innovation with consumer expectations and delivering meaningful value through the responsible marketing practices. This evaluation demonstrates that the competitive advantage arises not from AI technology alone, but from an organizational ability to integrate AI with sound marketing strategy and deep understanding of consumer behavior. Having examined the theoretical foundation and practical application of AI recommendation system, it is equally important to evaluate their broader implication for organization and consumer and society. Although AI-driven recommendation system provide sustainable marketing advantages, their successful implementation increasingly depends on balancing business performance with sustainability and ethical responsibility. From a marketing perspective, AI recommendation system provides significant organizational benefits by delivering highly relevant recommendations. Organization can enhance customer experience, increase consumer engagement, and improve customer satisfaction. More effective personalization also contributes to higher conversion rates, repeat purchasing behavior, and stronger customer lifetime value. In addition, AI enables marketers to analyze large volume of consumer data efficiently, supporting more informed decision making and improving the allocation of marketing resources. According to Huang and Russ in 2021, AI has become strategic capabilities because it's enhancing marketing intelligence and enables organizations to create superior customer value through more effective decision making. Beyond this immediate marketing outcome, AI recommendation system also contribute to the sustainability of organizational performance. Rather than focusing solely on generating short-term sales, organizations increasingly use AI to strengthen long-term customer relationships through continuous engagement and personalization interaction. Accurate recommendation improve customer retention, reduce customer acquisition costs, and encourage sustainable revenue growth. Furthermore, data-driven targeting allows organizations to deliver more relevant marketing communication, reducing unnecessary promotional activities and improving overall marketing efficiency. Kumar Rajan Venkatesan and Lizinski in 2019 emphasized that the sustainable organization performance is achieved by consistently creating customer value and developing long-term relationship rather than focusing solely on individual transaction. Despite these advantages, AI recommendation system also present important ethical challenges. Effective personalization depends on the collection, analyzation, storage of extensive consumer data, raising concern regarding the privacy, data security, and informed consent. Consumers may become reluctant to engage with AI-enabled platform if organizations fail to communicate clearly how personalization information is collected, used, and protected. Another important concern relates to algorithmic bias and consumer anatomy, because AI system learn from historical data. Bias from incomplete database may unintentionally produce unfair recommendation or reinforce existing behavioral patterns. In addition, highly personalized recommendation may repeatedly expose consumers to selected products while limiting their awareness of alternative choices, potentially influencing purchasing decision without their full awareness. Overall, these benefits and challenges demonstrate that the value of AI recommendation system extend beyond technological capability as alone. As Davenport, Guha, Grewal, and Brescott in 2020 explained, organizations must integrate AI with responsible marketing practices, transparent governance, and human-centered decision making to maximize customer value while addressing ethical concerns. In conclusion, this presentation has demonstrated that AI-driven recommendation system has evolved beyond simple technological innovation to become strategic marketing capabilities that fundamentally transform how organizations understand, engage, and influence consumer behavior. By covering consumer data into meaningful marketing insight, this system enables organizations to deliver more personalized experience while improving marketing effectiveness and strengthening long-term customer relationship. The analysis presented throughout this discussion has shown that the effectiveness of AI recommendation system cannot be explained solely by technological capability. Instead, their success depends on how consumer perceived usefulness, value, trust, and privacy, as well as how AI influences different stages of the consumer decision-making process. As discussed through the technological acceptance model, consumer decision-making process, perceived value theory, and privacy calculus theory, understanding consumer behavior remains essential for developing effective AI-enabled marketing strategies. The evaluation of industry practices further demonstrate that the organizations such as Amazon, Netflix, Shopee, and TikTok have successfully integrated AI recommendation system to enhance customer engagement, improve marketing performance, and create greater customer value. Ultimately, the future of marketing will depend not only on continued advances in artificial intelligence, but also organizations' ability to integrate technological innovation with ethical responsibility. Consumer insight and strategic marketing thinking, Keller and Chernev in 2022 emphasized that the sustainable marketing success is achieved by continuously creating customer value while building meaningful and long-term customer relationship. Organizations that successfully achieve this balance will be better positioned to respond to evolving consumer expectation and sustain competitive performance in an increasing digital marketplace. Thank you for your attention.